Injustice upset you? Does it make you feel powerless, overwhelmed? I mean, what can one person do? Take action from the comfort of your chair. Make a difference with the new Edge Action area of the Edge AM's website. Make sure you make a difference by going to theedgeam.com/edgeaction. That's theedgeam.com/edgeaction. You can make a difference.
The Edge radio broadcast is looking for voluntary international correspondents and interviewers. Are you able to talk to someone objectively? Can you set aside your beliefs and allow others to express theirs? Can you ask searching questions whilst remaining impartial? Would you like to be in the forefront of the exploration into the unexplained, politics, religion, environment and health? Do you want to be part of the Edge broadcast search for truth? Most importantly, can you smile and remain friendly even if your belief system comes into question? If you have answered yes to the above, we would like to hear from you. Previous journalistic or broadcast experience is not required, but a deep interest in unmasking the shroud of lies is essential. As a volunteer correspondent, you will become an important member of the Edge radio broadcast staff. More information can be found on the Edge's homepage. Just look for the link "We are looking for Edge correspondents" just under the main media player at www.theedgeam.com. Please note that the role of correspondent is not guaranteed, and it also depends on your willingness to communicate with a wide variety of people who have varied experiences and beliefs, which may not be similar to your own experiences and beliefs. As a correspondent, you will be an essential element in the Edge broadcast search for truth. Just click "We are looking for Edge correspondents" just under the main media player on the Edge's homepage at www.theedgeam.com.
Welcome back, I'm Andy Radford and this is the Edge's Thursday show from the Edge's UK studio. You can get in touch with any of our correspondents by going to the Edge's homepage at www.theedgeam.com. Just scroll down and you will see the link to their bios and information. And if you want to become a voluntary Edge correspondent yourself, just look for the link under the Edge's main media player on the homepage that says "We are looking for correspondents." And as well as being able to submit your material to the Edge's Thursday show, we would also like to receive your videos, your video presentations, your documentary presentations, and we'll broadcast them for you via the Edge's new TV player. If you're a commercial advertiser and you want to get your message across to thousands upon thousands of viewers and listeners a month, just get in touch with us here at EBN, or the Edge radio broadcast. Information can be found on the Edge's website at www.theedgeam.com. If you feel like doing a bit of easy campaigning, easy activism, just go to the Edge's action area at theedgeam.com/Edge Action, and you'll see a number of campaigns we are trying to help out with. With Edge Action, you can make a difference from the comfort of your office chair, and all you'll have to do is click a mouse or write a few lines of text in a box. The UK government's identity scheme includes a huge database to keep tabs on everyone, a massive infrastructure to collect people's details, and a giant network of technology required to verify people against their cards, and both of these against the database. But the card is just the tip of the iceberg. The proposed National Identity Management System has multiple layers: the National Identity Register, NIR, individual checking and numbering of the population, making personal details into registrable facts, to be disclosed and constantly updated. Collection and checking of biometrics, e.g. fingerprints, the card itself and other documents made equivalent to an ID card, a widespread scanner and computer terminal network connected to the central database, widespread use of compulsory identity verification, and data sharing between organisations on an unprecedented scale. This is what's slowly creeping into the UK, and here is Edge correspondent Mike Eastwood with some more in-depth information.
Cards are back in the news this week as a big question mark hung over the government's budget for ID cards after their own expert recommended that no one should have to pay for a card. A report commissioned by Gordon Brown from a former banking chief said the enrolment process and the cards themselves should be free of charge to win hearts and minds. I love the words they use. Notice the hearts and minds phrase. Is this the same hearts and minds they do when they are at war? I think it is, and that's because this is a war. It's a war against the people. As Hitler said, what luck for rulers that men do not think. And how true that is. The article also says the proposal by former chief executive of the HBOS banking group, Sir James Crosby, raised the prospect of massive changes in the bill funded by the taxpayer. However, Sir James' suggestion came just as Home Secretary Jacqueline Smith announced she would make a genuine reduction in $1 billion in the project's total cost, mainly by allowing private firms to fingerprint people for their own database. And what a danger that would be. Private firms fingerprinting people for their databases. Anyway, the article carries on. Sir James, who is now Deputy Chairman of the Financial Services Authority, also said the ID card scheme should be independent of government. To engage customers' hearts and minds, there's that word again, on the scale required, enrolment and any tokens should be provided free of charge, said Sir James. The current Home Office plans will see a fee of £30 for a standard card and more than £100 for a combined ID card and passport. Phil Booth of Anti-ID Card Group NO2ID said Sir James' recommendations would usually bump up the cost to the taxpayer. If they don't charge you for the card, the cost will be dumped in your taxes. The black hole in the Home Office accounts will only get bigger. Miss Smith said most Britons will have a biometric identity card within 9 years. See the way they say to you, you will have ID cards. They will not ask you, although it'll look as though they're asking you. You will have one, and that's it. The article goes on. The project will begin in November with compulsory ID cards for foreign nationals. Within 3 years, all new foreign applicants arriving in the UK will have to have a card. British workers in essential jobs such as airport staff will have to enrol from 2009. This links back to the other articles about the police taking your DNA. It's because they want all your DNA. If they can't introduce this card, they're going to bring it in through sensitive jobs, so they say, where you have to have it, and then you'll go on the database. And before you know it, when our younger generation have been controlled and programmed, when they get older, they will accept it with ease. And here is another way they have tried to use the hearts and minds gimmick. The government's arguments in favour of ID cards keep shifting, and they usually